But at 9 o'clock this morning, we did have the cars thundering their way down towards turn 1 with the sun glinting off the windshields. Bit of a lock-up mid-pack. John Brownson had to leap on the anchors, and then in the smoke here, Mark Crader going sideways and getting T-boned by Pietro Peccinini, which sadly would put the 73 TS Corsa car out of the race for a significant portion of time. Now, this was the horrible moment, the restart for Jerome de Sadeleer. Torsten Kratz, did he alter the speed at the head of the order? Freddie Hunt had to leap on the brakes, and in avoiding action, Jerome de Sadeleer smashing into that Armco barrier at the start of the pit lane, destroying the front of the number 29 MV2S Forestier racing car, and immediately to the medical centre and then flown to a local hospital for Jerome de Sadeleer. When we got going again, just about the first job for all of the teams was to dive in and do their driver change. They'd been issued new driving time limits. Ooh, Bill sideways moment there, which I don't remember in real time. Jonathan Brossard had already caused a safety car. This was the moment where there was a lead change in GT3, but it was assessed to be too forceful from the Bullet Racing Aston Martin, pitching Gunnar Jeanette into a spin. Then we had an even more brutal bit of contact at turn 13, which is Jeanette late on the brakes this time, smashing the side of Gustav Bjerg's car and putting him out of the race. The Mercedes would not rejoin either for Schnitzelarm Racing. What a dice we had in the closing stages, though. A late full course yellow, which would leave us with about 5 minutes of green flag racing. There was side-to-side contact almost there between Tom Dillman and the car of Malte Jakobsen. That was the lead change in LMP3, though, that put Mads Seilerhaug ahead of Tom Dillman. Colin Noble with an awesome double overtake down at turn number 1. But the win will go Reiter Engineering's way for half points at the end of the season. And in GT3, it's a debut victory for Hiroshi Koizumi and his teammate Kei Cozzolino in the AF Corsa Run, number 51 Ferrari, as those cars headed into pit road and to the Parc Fermé. A decent lead of a second or so, and could almost then measure that back, because they were all scrapping amongst themselves. Colin Noble did himself huge favours to vault up to second position at turn 1, but then 2.5 seconds was just a bit too much to close up. Racing Spirit of Le Mans closed their championship year with a third place ahead of Cool Racing's Malte Jakobsen, the car he shares with Maurice Smith, and Michael Markussen and his teammate Auden Gudmundsson make the top 5 as mentioned for Team Tour. It's a victory in GT3 for AF Corsa for the two Japanese drivers, Cozzolino and Koizumi, and GMB Motorsports' Jan Magnussen, the 88 car, finishing ahead of the championship winners, number 55. So they do get points for third place.